What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. I'm SwipaCam. Welcome to the channel. Y'all, we just crossed 7,000 subscribers like 2 days ago. Already got over 7,100. Hit the subscribe button, y'all. Going to Serbia at 10K. Then we blowing up there. We going up to 100K. We going to keep it moving and grooving. Y'all, if you haven't already seen, I did an episode with Adam Mades that was recorded and posted 2 days ago, or a day ago rather, so go and watch that. We had an awesome interview. If you want more Nuggets content, please continue to let me know who you want me to talk to. We get it up from there. I just got done watching the Denver Nuggets playing against the Atlanta Hawks on November 12th, 2021, and the Denver Nuggets have another Munder, 105-96, and I want to say that's of the 12 teams they played, they might have kept at least 8 of them under 100. I'll check at some point during the video, man. But the Denver Nuggets are playing astounding defense to start the season. They're currently sitting at 8-4, which, again, you look back at where they were last year, terrible. And they were doing so well this year. But we're going to have to just stop the pressure, man, because the MVP of the NBA played 35 minutes tonight. Nikola Jokic played 35 minutes tonight against Clint Capella, his used-to-be nemesis when it was Clint Capella and James Harden pick-and-roll defense. 35 minutes, 22 points, 19 rebounds, 10 assists, his second triple-double of the week, ties Larry Bird in the all-time list tonight, on 10 of 22 shooting. But listen to this, he was 1 of 8 from the three-point line. 1 of 8, which means he was 10 of 14 from 2. 10 of 14 from 2 against Clint Capella. Only 1 of 4 from the free throw line, not great. 1 steal. In a game the Denver Nuggets won by 9, he was a plus 19. In a game the Denver Nuggets won by 9, he was a plus 19. Now here's the thing that people have to recognize. Yoke picks his spots. He will pick how he wants to approach a matchup based on who the opposing center is or what the scheme is for that day. Today, he came out firing three-pointers, and he hit one. But once he hit one of them, he hit his third one. He was 1 of 3 to start. Once he hit it, it was a wrap. When you're playing against Clint Capella, you want to get him out of the paint. So Jokic's like, all right, bet. Even if I'm not hitting him, it's just like in football, you all. If you all are NFL football fans, you don't have to necessarily have a good run game in order to run the ball. What you need is to have a consistent running game, to have it look like you're threatening to run. That way, that's when the play action can pop. So for this, Jokic's like, look, I might not hit 4 of 8, but you better believe I'm going to hit one of them, and you're going to have to come out here and deal with me. And he did. And Clint Capella wasn't anywhere to be seen often inside the lane. Clint Capella came out tonight, and so I want to talk about this real quick too. So Clint Capella was 14 points, 13 rebounds, 7 of 12. But he was a minus 20 tonight. The opposite of Yoke. He was a minus 20 tonight. This is what people miss. So the way the Denver Nuggets play defense is they give up corner threes and they give up buckets in the right outside the restricted area in the paint. The way their defense works is now they're doing a lot of drop because Jokic has gotten so much better at it, but they're also trying to get rid of that lob threat, which they did most of the night. So what they're going to do is they're going to play hard hedge on Trae Young, the trap, or whoever the perimeter scorer is, a perimeter ball handler, and then they're going to drop. But what they're going to give you is they're going to give you about that 8-foot floater, the 8 to 10-foot shot. Because what they found is, statistically, if you look it up, now you might hit every so often from there, but what you're forcing them to do is to shoot 2-pointers that are not necessarily good 2s. If I can get you to shoot a mid-range most of the game, that's a win. So the Nuggets are weak in their defense by saying, hey, we're going to give up points in the painted area right outside the restricted zone, and we're going to give up some corner threes. But what we're not going to give up is basket shots, which they're basically the best in the NBA at not giving up shots at the rim. We're not giving up a lot of open three-pointers, especially because what they're doing is now when they are doing this drop, and then they'll have the weak side defender will come kick over for the Nuggets to try to take care of that role a little bit. What they'll do is the offense will then kick it to the corner, but then whoever is playing up on that wing, again, will rotate down to the baseline, and then whoever was originally guarding that baseline offensive player rolls up to the wing, and they just switch it. And so what it does, it eliminates the high volume, super efficient shots like at the rim, open three-pointers that are above the break. And it's very effective because, especially considering how hard the Nuggets play the lanes, it works tremendously for them. So Yoke has been benefiting, but also allowing the Denver Nuggets to be able to run this kind of a defense this well. They basically have the best defense in the NBA right now. Again, another game underneath 100 points. Yoke tonight, man, was just dominating on the boards. Again, 19 rebounds, 10 assists. Again, y'all, it doesn't take much. You just got to hit a couple shots. And so, man, he played very good defense tonight. He was really making Clint Capella work on that end at times. He was playing smart, just getting his hands straight up. But it was a very good game all around from Yoke. He's the clear-cut favorite for the MVP. Again, I don't know how else to say it. You tell me who else is putting up 22, 19, and 10 in a game. Again, shooting 10 of 14 from the 2 area, like against Clint Capella of all people. And again, it ain't like it's just numbers. It's like he was a plus 19 tonight, which was a game high, meaning he was dominated in every way. The only reason they weren't up more is because the bench came in. But Aaron Gordon played his tail off tonight. I'm telling you, man, Aaron Gordon is going to get some of these all-NBA nods on defense. He has to. He had 23 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists on 7 of 11 shooting, 3 of 5 from the three-point line, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Almost just as impressive of going 3 of 5 from the three-point line. With 3 blocks, 2 steals, only 1 turnover, and he was a plus 18. Second on the team and a plus 18 primary defender on Trae Young tonight. Now, Trae Young tonight had 35 and 9, but he had 30 on 16 shots, 3 of 5 from the three-point line, and 9 of 10 from the free throw line. But he did a lot of that damage on switches with Monte Morris on him. Or in the game drive to the basket, or in the game three-pointers to try to keep him in the game. I'm going to look up the numbers. I need to see what Aaron Gordon was when he was matched up as the one-on-one defender tonight because, man, he played very well. And again, Trae was a minus 9. So it goes to show you, man, Clint Capella minus 20, Trae Young minus 9, Bogdanovich was a minus 12, and DeAndre Hunter was a minus 18. The only person for the Hawks that was in the pluses was John Collins with 26 and 9 on 11 of 22. He was a plus 2, but he played against the bench, which, again, we're going to talk about as well. But amazing game from Aaron Gordon tonight. Looked really good. Monte Morris, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 of 13, 0 of 2. He had 1 turnover tonight. He was only a plus 3. Didn't look too great, especially when he came in and played with the bench. Will Barton tonight had a rough night. 5 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 of 11 from the field, 0 of 5 from the three-point line, 1 free throw. And he was a plus 4 in a game they won by 9. He also played with the bench as well. Again, that's the difference, man. Will Barton is a very good starter who, on his best day, is a fringe all-star, but mostly just a very good starter. Again, if you're a very good starter, what that means is that you're able to give 26, 5, and 6 some nights. But other nights, every 4th game or so, you might give a 5, 5, and 1. But again, that's the difference. But that's your 4th or 5th man in Will Barton doing that. And he's been the second best player for the Nuggets all year. Aaron Gordon just had a spectacular game. The bench, PJ Dozier, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 of 6, 8 from the field, 2 of 3 from the three-point line. He's really gotten really good at that turnaround into key over that right shoulder. He turned around over that right shoulder fadeaway, got really good, hit another one tonight. He had 1 block as well, and he was a plus 1 tonight. So, again, there's 2 bench players tonight that were in the pluses. PJ Dozier played really well at times, played good defense at times. Again, he's still getting the shot together, but, again, 5 of 8 and 2 of 3, that's a great way coming. Bones Hyland, man. Bones Hyland has taken the job from Austin Rivers and Facundo Campazzo easily. Bones Hyland in 21 minutes tonight, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 of 10 from the field, 3 of 7 from the three-point line, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He was a plus 1, and again, mostly played with the bench, and especially in that first stint with the bench. Bones Hyland is the truth. The truth. That dude has the it factor about him. He played very well next to Yoke tonight. I think he had three three-pointers in the fourth quarter today. Man, he just is. He gives you what Trae Young has without the high usage, without the foul baiting. I mean, it was just excellent watching him orchestrate. He was getting passes through needles. He was getting back into the lane, dump offs. I mean, he threw one across the middle on a pick and roll. They didn't switch right. Hit. I think it was Jermichael Green for an easy layup. I mean, dude's special, man. Bones Hyland got all the tricks in his bag. Great handle, great shot. And again, the Nuggets are going to have him locked up. You know, they're going to have him for anywhere to 6 to 7 years, if not longer. And only if they trade him, they won't. I mean, he's literally like, Bones Hyland is that good to the point where I'm like, he's a foundational piece the way he looks. He's a foundational piece the way he looks so far. Again, it's not always great on defense, but he gives great effort on defense. Again, a 6'9" wingspan, as I talked about before. There's a lot of potential there. So to have him play like that off the bench with that bench unit, excellent, man. Austin Rivers tonight, 17 minutes, had 1 rebound and an 0-3, 0-2, and he was a -7. Austin Rivers gives you 7 good jab steps a game, and he plays hard on defense, but he has no offensive output right now, which makes him a negative because, again, you can play as hard as you want, but until you can score, it doesn't really offset that. Jermichael Green tonight. 4, 3, and 1, 2 of 6, 0-2, 0-2, 1 block, 1 steal. He was team worst -10. He also had 5 fouls tonight and racked him up. So there's 2 things I want to point out. By the way, Jeff Green tonight as a starter, 31 minutes, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 5 of 6 from the field, really good. Plus 1-on-1 from 3, 5 of 5 from the free throw, and he was a plus 16. So again, that front court of Yoke, Gordon, and Green, plus 19, plus 18, plus 16. So really, really good. So there's 2 things we need to talk about in concern with the bench. So tonight, the bench had 2 stints, as obvious. And what happened was, the bench, at one point in the second quarter, they gave up a 15-2 run. I want to say the Yoke went out. The first quarter ended. The score was 32-25. Yoke goes out. He comes back in the game. The score is 34-36. Tonight, he went out at 2 minutes and 58 seconds left in the first quarter, 32-25. He comes back in with about 7.5 minutes left, 36-34. The Nuggets scored 17 points in that second quarter, and 15 of them came from the starting unit. And they ended the quarter with a score of 49-46. So the starters played great defense tonight, and the starters played a tremendous offense tonight, and the bench literally had an output. At least the all-bench unit in the second quarter had an output of 2 points. Not even all-bench unit. Bones and Barton were there. They just couldn't hit anything. Even the Atlanta Hawks announcers were saying, like, why is the bench in for so long? I mean, they were up 7. They were cruising, then all of a sudden it's a game, and the Hawks are up. So the Hawks, by the way, have lost before tonight. They had lost 5 straight games. This is their 6th straight loss. And the assistant coach for the Atlanta Hawks said, coming out the half, he was talking about the things they did well, things they didn't do well. And what he said was, we held the Nuggets bench basically scoreless, and we were able to score, and we're looking to do that again. I'm just like, man, everybody does that against the Nuggets bench. It's that bad. And again, the Atlanta Hawks announcer even said it. By the way, the Atlanta Hawks announcers love Yoke. At one point they said, man, I would love to watch him for 80 games a year. Not 82 when they're playing against the Hawks, but he's just tremendous. They love watching him play. They were fawning over his passing, fawning over his shot selections, his decision-making, his control. So, again, one of the reasons I love listening to away announcers is always get their perspective. So, just a great output. So, the bench, man, again, they got ran through in that first half. They played decent. That's because decent. At the end of the third quarter, it was 79-67. But the reason at the end of the third it was 79-67 is because Yoke played all the way up until the last minute of the third quarter. And Trae went out with a 4th foul, and it was curtains basically from there. And then also, too, you all, the bench came in the game, I want to say in the second quarter, and they got 5 fouls in about a minute and 50 seconds. This is not hyperbole. It's not conjecture. This is facts. They got 5 fouls in about a minute and 50 seconds. So when the starters came back in the second quarter, not only did they have to get the lead back, they also had to avoid fouling because every time they fouled from that point on, it was free throw. So it wasn't great, but again, man, shout outs to the game. MVP, 22, 19, and 10. Aaron Gordon, 23, 4, and 4. JaMychal Green, 16 and 4. Bones Hyland, 15, 6 and 4. Great game. Y'all, the Denver Nuggets have won their 4th straight game. They're on a 4-game winning streak right now. And they are currently tied at 8 and 4 with the Dallas Mavericks and 8 and 4 with the Utah Jazz, which again they would have won had Jokic not went out with 15 minutes and 24 points, 60 rebounds, 6 assists until Rudy knee bumped him. They're 2.5 games back from the Warriors. They're a half game back from second place. So just again, y'all, this is spectacular given that they haven't had Porter for the last 2 games. They didn't have Jokic for 1 game. And then now, man, they're stacking wins like they should be. So coming up, they just got done playing the Hawks. Now they're going to play the Trailblazers on Sunday. They got the Mavericks on Monday, and then Joel Embiid may or may not be back for that Thursday game. So let's go, man. Stacking wins, Swipe a Gang. Follow me on Twitter. We out.